Dear students, in the last class we will discuss the problem solving methodologies. Okay, so now we have to go with the introduction about the C++ programming. So it is a very important chapter. So if we understand the concept of C++ basics, so then only it is possible to write the program. Otherwise it is difficult to write the program. Okay. So introduction to C++. Okay. See here C++ is a object-oriented program. Object-oriented programming language. Object-oriented programming language. Then what is object? So in generally, so object is nothing but the anything. Okay. So for example, if we consider a chair, again it is the object. If we consider the duster, again it is the object. If we consider the marker, again it is the object. Okay. So whatever is visible to the person, whatever is visible to the user, so that is nothing but the object. So object oriented means it is just like a approach programming language. So why we have to study the C++ programming means, that is object oriented programming language means, the programming language is applied to the real world concept. So in the real world concept, so whatever the problems are there, we have to solve using C++. There are n number of languages are there. Even Java is also one type of programming language that is also a object oriented. So to solve the real world problem means it is not a problem of ours and yours. It is related to the computer. So it is related to the particular system. Okay. So that is nothing but the object oriented programming languages. And the C++ programming language was developed by Zarne Strostrup. Okay. Zarne Strostrup. In the year of 1980. So before C++, again there are some programming languages are available for us, that is the C language. Even C is also one type of programming language. It is not related to object oriented, so it is related to procedure oriented. So we know, we already discussed what is the structure programming, what is procedure programming in the problem solving methodology. Okay. So C++. So here C++ is the advanced version of C. It is the next version of C, and it was developed in the year of 1980, and the scientist name is Zarne Strostrup. Okay. Then what are the characteristics of C++? Characteristics of C++. Characteristics of C++. Okay. So first one is object oriented. Programming language. Second one is portable. Third one is modularity. Okay. C compatible. machine independent. So there are so many characters are there. So these 6 are the important characteristics of C++. See here, first one is object oriented program. So I already told that C++ is a object oriented programming language. Means whatever we have to write the program, so it is in terms of objects. Means it is mainly used to solve the real world problems that is related to the system, that is related to the computer. I already told that. So that's why object oriented program is a one characteristic of C++. Second one is portable. Portable means transferable. If I write the one program in system 1 means easily it is transferred to the second system. With the help of pen drive or with the help of a mail, so easily you can send the program to the other person or other system. So that's why it is called as portable. And modularity. Modularity means I already told that module is nothing but the functions. And whatever we have to write the statements, whatever we have to write the instructions in the C++, it is completely based on the functions. Modularity means in procedure oriented, so sequentially we have to write the statements one by one. If the program is complex, it is difficult to find out the errors. In the procedure oriented, it is difficult to understand. But in the C++, it supports the modularity, means the programs are divided into the sub-programs. With the help of that sub-program, it is easy to find out the errors. Again, this modularity is one major characteristic of C++. And speed as compared to the C language, the execution of the C++ program is high. It is more speed as compared to the previous programming languages. C compatible. C compatible means, so whatever the statements, whatever the instructions used in the C programming language, so easily, flexibly you can use those statements in the C++ program also. That is nothing but the C compatible. So whatever the statements, whatever the instructions, whatever the operations we have to perform in the C language, so we don't know because we are not studied the C, but we know the algorithm, because algorithm is procedure oriented, because the definition of algorithm says that it is a step-by-step instructions to solve the problem, or it is a step-by-step procedure to solve the problem. At least we have some idea, so how to write the algorithms and all. Okay, so whatever the problems solved in the C, in the algorithms, easily it can be used in the C++. Those problems can be easily solved in the C++ program. That's why C compatible. Machine independent. So here machine independent means, for example, if I install C++ software, if I install C++ software in one system or in Windows 7, okay, and again the same software can be installed in Windows 10 or in Linux operating system, means it is not dependent on any system, it is completely independent of the system. So that is also a one characteristics of C++. Next is, this is important, C++ character set. Okay, see here. So this is the characteristics. This is character. Difference is there. Characteristic is different and character set is different. So it means that, so here C++ character set means, if you want to write the program, so what are the characters we have to use in our program, and what are the digits we have to use in our programs, and what are the symbols we have to use in our programs. Okay, so there are three character sets are there. First one is alphabets. So second one is digits. So third one is symbols. Symbols. Okay. So first one is alphabets. So if you want to write the C++ programs, so the alphabets used in our program is capital A to capital Z and small a to small z. So there is no restriction for using the names. There is no restriction for using the alphabets. So you can use any alphabets from capital A to capital Z. It means that, for example, if I enter X, Y, Z, again it comes under capital A to capital Z or small a to small z. So whatever the names you want, so you can use that name. If you want the different variables, different characters, you can use in the program. So there is no restriction for using the any alphabets. So you can use all uppercase letters as well as lowercase letters or combination of both uppercase and lowercase letters. So there is no restriction for using the alphabets in the C++ program. So second one is digits, that is 0 to 9. So 0 to 9, so you can use any number or numbers. For example, so if I write 123, so this 123, 1, 2, 3, so each digit comes within the 0 and 9. Means you can use any number from 0 to infinity, but don't use infinity because the symbol is not present on the keyboard. So you can use any number. So you can use 10, you can use 100, you can use 1000, or you can use 1 lakh, or you can use 50,000, you can use 99,000. Okay. So whatever you want the number, so you can use that number. Again, there is no restriction for using the number digits, that is numbers. Even in alphabets also there is no restriction. So even in digits also there is no restrictions. Okay, symbols. Okay, so just you have to list the symbol names. Okay, hash. So I will write all the symbols and after that I will explain. Hash. Okay, next. So in mathematics we call it as a flower bracket, here curly brace, left curly brace, right curly brace, left parenthesis, right parenthesis. So plus minus is as it is. So here in multiplication, if you want to perform any multiplication, so don't use this symbol. You can use the star symbol is for multiplication, and division we don't use like this. You have to use this one, that is a slash, backslash. Okay, see here, first one is hash. So it is used to write the program. Suppose if I want to start the program, means the first character must be hash. I will tell you so how to write the program and all. Okay, so here is beginning of the program. Next, left curly brace, again it is used in the program. In the same way, right, here left indicates open, here right indicates close. Here we already know that if you want to write the condition in algorithm, if in the bracket, in mathematics we call it as a bracket. So here in the computer language, here it is called as left parenthesis. In the same way, right parenthesis. Okay, see here semicolon. In the programming language, so whatever you have to write the statement, that must be end with the semicolon. So here semicolon means end of the statement. Colon. The star symbol actual name is asterisk for multiplication. Underscore. So minus is different. For example, a underscore a. See here underscore a. At the bottom you have to write one line, that is nothing but the underscore. Slash for division, backslash, again it is used to write. Again if you want to print the numbers or if you want to print the messages, that cursor will come to the next line, so that purpose we have to use the backslash. Okay, so these symbols are very important for writing the exam. Okay, so totally there are 3 character sets. So first one is alphabet, so second one is digits, and third one is symbols. So alphabets makes, so we have to use capital A to capital Z or small a to small z. It means that any alphabets we can use in our program in the same way 0 to 9 digits. Symbols means we can use all these symbols. Okay, so in the next class so we will discuss some more concepts. Thank you.